Hi guys, and welcome back to the Sean the Sheepman channel. So yous have seen me cook before on this channel, but it's been things that I've been trying for the first time. Today I'm going to be doing something that I've did quite a few times. I'm going to be making jam, and it's a super simple recipe. All you need is 2 ingredients. So if yous enjoy the video guys, please like, comment and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So guys, like I said earlier, you're only going to need 2 ingredients for this recipe, and the first of those is going to be sugar, and you're also going to need some berries. So me and Stacey went out and picked some wild blackberries earlier on, so I'll show you a little bit of footage of that, and then we'll start making some jam. For this recipe, you don't have to use wild blackberries. You can use any type of blackberries. It can be blackcurrant, raspberry, strawberry, any type of berry. But if you are using wild berries, you do have to wash them first. So that's what we're going to do. What we've got here is warm salty water. You don't want it to be boiling because you don't want to cook the berries, but you want it to be warm and salty because that'll kill any insects or any bacteria that was on the berries. Okay guys, now our berries have been soaking for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna get them in here, and then I'm gonna give them a quick rinse off as well, just to get the last of any dirt off. Okay guys, now you're going to need a set of kitchen scales and set them to 0. So now we're going to weigh out our berries. So we've got about 400 grams of berries there. So if I have 400 grams of berries, I now want 400 grams of granulated sugar. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a sort of large pot and put the berries and the sugar both into the pot. And now I'm going to get a potato masher. I'm just going to mash up those berries with the sugar. Stir them in. So guys, at this point I should explain, if you're using berries like this, like wild blackberries, raspberries, or like currants berries that have a lot of juice in them, you can just put them in the pot and mash them up, and that's fine. If you're using like strawberries, which have sort of more of a meaty inside, it's better to blend them up first. I find that makes it a lot easier to work with. Anyway guys, really get all those berries nice and mashed up. Make sure you're not leaving any whole berries in there. Okay guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to get our pot onto the heat. We're going to get it so that it's simmering nice and slowly, and then what we're going to do is we're going to wait till it starts thickening. Don't wait till it gets thick, because in the next morning when it sets, it will be as hard as a rubber ball. What you want is just getting it to the point where it is starting to thicken a little bit. So I'll show you how to tell as we get cooking. But first let's get our pot on the heat. So guys, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get it so that it's just on the simmer, it's just bubbling a little bit. And now that this is simmering away, what I'm going to do is, see this sort of foam, I'm going to push it all to one side and I'm going to scrape it off with a spoon because I don't want that. So just that foam there, I'm going to get rid of it. I feel like it's starting to thicken a little bit now, so I'm going to show you how to taste if it's ready to come off the heat or not. Get a lid to one of your jam jars and a teaspoon. Take a little bit of the jam, place it on the lid, take this off the heat while you do that, and then we're going to put this in the freezer. And we're going to put that in the freezer for about 90 seconds. Here we have our jam jar lid back out of the freezer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch it with the teaspoon and push it a little, and do you see how there's a sort of little wrinkle there, but not much. Yeah, so it is wrinkling a little. So I'd say it just needs another minute or two and then this will be ready. What you would ideally be looking for is when you touch it like this, sort of seeing a little wrinkle or a little film starting to form on the top of the jam. So that's me got it to the point where I think it is where it needs to be. Now I will be honest with you guys, I only get this right about 50% of the time, but even if you get it wrong, it generally still tastes great as long as it's not overdone. So now for the next part, we're going to put the jam into jars and then we're going to put it in the fridge overnight and see how it sets. Now remember that the jam is extremely hot and very sticky, so if you drop it on your skin it's going to stick and it's going to burn. So be very careful doing this part. What I generally do is I'll let the jam cool down a little bit. You don't want it to cool down too much to the point where it starts setting. But I let it cool down a little bit and then I just pour it into my jam jars. That is the jam set overnight, so it's time to see what it turned out like. So guys, that's what it looks like, and we can see that it's set. So if I just get a knife and we're gonna get some of this out and see what it looks like. So there you go guys, that is your jam. So we'll just quickly spread it on some toast. And give it a try. Absolutely delicious, very, very sweet. This recipe for jam always makes the jam very sweet, but a pretty good jam.